When I make an appointment, I like people to be on time. Here's a present for you. Chocolate-covered peanuts. Unshelled. That's the expensive kind. Did I just see you talking to men?
Men? Men, Mr. Vandergelder? What would men be doing in a ladies' house shop? Well, now, let's go back into my workroom. I'm so anxious for you to see it.
I saw it last week.
You did? Well, Mr. Vandergelder, what's new in the hay and feed business? I understand you have 3 friends, all hard as nails.
What on earth are you talking about?
Yonkers. I hear it's a very beautiful city.
And who's been telling you about Yonkers, may I ask?
Nobody? A friend?
What's a friend?
Well, you see, he a customer, Mr. Vandergelder. Someone quite well-to-do, as a matter of fact. He was in here buying hats for ladies. You probably know him. But it's usually silly to ask in cases like that. It's a Mr. Cornelius Hackl.
Did you say Hackl?
Why, yes.
He happens to be my head clerk, that's all. Mrs. Molloy, I demand an explanation.
And I'm going to give it to you. Why shouldn't she know Cornelius Hackl? Everybody in New York knows Cornelius Hackl. He's here at the opera, in all the fashionable homes. Like he's eating at the Harmony Gardens restaurant 3 times a week.
Impossible. He's only got $146.35, and I keep it all in my own safe.
Mr. Van
You certainly will, Mrs. Levi, with a certain young lady on the main float at the end of the parade. Good day, Mrs. Molloy.
Mrs. Molloy, I can explain